Hi y'all. So I'm in my new trailer. Um and I'm just peaceful for the last couple days I've been in here. Haven't really done decorating or even gotten all my stuff in the trailer. I have my essentials and I'm building from there. So, a little mini tour. There's my fridge and my kitchen. Um I have put just enough food in there, um, to get by. It's just the essentials, you don't need anything else. I have some bread and egg salad. Egg salad from Walmart. It's so good. Some guacs for some guac and bread and cream cheese. I have some soup and yeah, and that's kind of what I've been living on the last few days. And coffee, of course, coffee. And you see my little kitchen space has my hot water, and I don't really need anything more right now. I have a nice little window spot so I can see my car and the parking lot. So eventually I want to talk about like how did I get here. There's so many things in play. There's so many things. But I mean, my final destination in my adult life would be this. Would totally be this. I'm not living in my car. I think I could live in my car. I did some car camping, and you definitely have to way minimalize everything in your life. Down to like your bare essentials. Don't think I'm ready for that. But I do like having a home base. So I got this trailer. It is a Coleman 17R. Not really going to go through that because you can see them all over the internet. There's specific videos that are dedicated to that type of trailer. I chose that trailer because it had everything I needed, and if anything goes wrong, it's easily replaceable. I moved from a 2016 Wildwood trailer, and it just seems like that was used, right? So this is new, so like there's nothing wrong with it. The other trailer, like there were soft spots in the floor. It was a 2016, and I had purchased it new used from a couple who were I think they were like snowbirds that would go to Arizona. So they, what they told me was they lived in Arizona in the desert. So things got dried out, and when things get dried out, and then you come into a moisture environment, it's gonna expand. Like whether the wood or the seals or things like that. So, and then the salt air doesn't help. So you're going from different environments, and maybe I can't imagine that was like a positive thing for that trailer. And it just seemed like, first off, there were some leaks, and then the slides, yeah, they do add extra room, which is great, but if you're staying in it long term, it's good and it's bad. For me, it wasn't good because it was just, there was a lot of work that had to do with those slides because of the leaking problems. So I put a lot of thought into like what would I want next, and this is kind of the in between having a big livable trailer and living in my car. So I do have a home base. The bathroom is right here. It's the perfect size bathroom, and it's got the full size tub, so you can kind of move around a little more. It's not, a lot of the smaller trailers have a toilet and shower combo. I don't know about that. You just can't move around like a shower, right? I do have a Planet Fitness membership in case I wanted like a different kind of shower, I guess. Yeah. So I haven't used it. I've used it in other cities. I've used it for like gym membership, but not shower wise. Let's see. Yeah, so it's just been super peaceful. My little sidekick here took over my cushion. That used to be my cushion for my chair, my work chair cushion. Now turned into my dog bed for my puppy. He's such a good boy. And we live where there's hunting going on, so people get permits to shoot geese. I think geese and ducks probably. So in the morning you'll hear the shotguns and kind of all around us because we're in kind of a bird sanctuary area where people are limited in going out there. And it's very heavily regulated. We got a lot of fish and game guys that are out there making sure people have their right documentation. And so these birds, they're always flying over, from Canada to Mexico throughout the year. There's just so many different, wildlife, birds, wildlife. But I'm just so content right now. It does stay, it's a livable temperature in here without having the heat on. I do push the heat in the morning because that's, of course, the coldest when I get up out of bed, but just the blankets and that's my messy little, that's my little bed. So my whole area is basically within arm's reach. But I'm totally fine with it. So I didn't know I was going to get a trailer up till a couple weeks ago. I did have a trailer, and there was a situation with that. So these will all be stories that I write down for later, different segments of videos, I guess. But I retired exactly a year ago. From state service, and so I traveled and I did all the things I wanted to do, but I was having a problem because I felt like I was not on a schedule, and I'm a schedule person, and I couldn't keep a schedule if no one else depended on me, I guess, because I didn't really have direction, and I guess that's the good thing about when you're going up through the school systems, you stay on a schedule. It's kind of indoctrinated in that. Otherwise, I think that people would have a lot of loss of direction and not know what to do with their lives. So, anyway, I need to get back on a schedule, and I'll talk about those in future videos. I do want to say that, for people who are thinking about living in a trailer, it's not bad. I've done it for 2.5 years. 2.5 years I lived in a trailer with someone else. And I don't know if living in a trailer with another person is... I don't know. It's almost too much, I think. Really. I think it needs to be a separate, single thing. Unless maybe you've lived with that person for, 50 years. And you're downsizing together. So, anyway, here is one of my first videos. And I would like you to subscribe, like, comment. What kind of content would you like to see in the future? I will probably take this channel in a couple different directions, just to kind of get my thought process out. And this is really just a documentation of my own thoughts and my own experiences. But I hope you can find something valuable out of it, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.